What up, gang? Halftime of these noon matchups. Not a whole heck of a lot going on in terms of big top 25 matchups right now. We've got a couple of them. And, everything that's anything today is going to be going on later in the day pretty much. But right now at halftime, Penn State up 14-3 on UCLA. Slow start for Penn State, not surprising. That's just how they do. I actually took UCLA to cover this one, and, it looks like right now I'm in decent shape. And granted, Penn State may come out and score 5 touchdowns in the second half, and I'll be screwed. But that's just where we're sitting right now. SMU up 24-13 on Louisville at halftime. Look, this is the absolute last time that I will back Louisville on anything. I took them in our contest to cover the spread. Or -7 against SMU. They are a pussy-ass football program. I don't know any other way to describe it. That's nicer than that, or with a little bit more candor. They are a pussy-ass football program. They always have great skill players, but they have nobody in the trenches that makes a difference. Nobody in the trenches that makes any kind of dent in the other team's trenches. And that's what we've got again today. 24-13. That Jennings, that quarterback for SMU, he took off on like a 75-yard touchdown run earlier. Really? You're going to give that up? Now, fuck that. At home? That's bullshit. Louisville deserves not to be ranked, and they're a farce. They are bullshit. They're not a good team, and they're going to lose this game, and fuck you. It's not over one coach either. It's not just a Jeff Brom thing. It was a Scott Satterfield thing before that. And it was a whoever the fuck was the coach before him thing before him. Who was there before him? Bobby Trino? Yeah, he sucked too the last few years of his tenure. So 24-13, SMU up on Louisville. They're not an ACC championship contender. SMU is a more of a contender than you are, and I was kind of down on them a little bit too. But it looks right now that they actually are a little bit valid in terms of just that and how that goes. What's going on right here? I'm trying to look at some more scores. Hold on just a moment. Let me refresh and get myself right for this one. Texas A&M is up 24-0 on Mizzou at halftime. I was waiting for this to happen. I kind of wanted this to happen, but I kind of didn't. I like Mizzou. I'm friends with the guys that do the Mizzodcast, which is their podcast. It's some really entertaining stuff. They got a great shtick. I don't know why they didn't put any content out this week. I don't know if one of them died or something. But anyway, they're getting road graded right now by Texas A&M. And yes, they got a touchdown taken away from them, or what would have set up a touchdown taken away from them when they picked up a flag on a pass interference call that they called on Texas A&M kind of early in the game. And then they said, oh, never mind, it's not pass interference. Give me a break. Really? Is it or is it not? This Lee, number 3 for Texas A&M, he's a good player, but he's getting away with a lot of bullshit today. And then they also called a lineman downfield from Mizzou on a 75-yard touchdown catch by Luther Burden, which was really, really ticky-tack, in my opinion. They're not supposed to be more than, 5 yards downfield? He was like 5 1/4 yards down the field, and they called it. So, anyway, you can't do that. So, Mizzou's down 24-0 at half, but boy, those refs have done quite a number on flipping the score there. Mizzou can't run the football against A&M. That's the problem. So, unless Eli Drink drafts up some master game plan in the locker room here in a few minutes, it's going to be Mike Elko who's standing on business. Oh, and by the way, Mark Stoops getting turned down for that job at A&M in the last minute, and Mike Elko getting picked up for it. It's poetic justice, and that's about the way it needs to be, because I'll tell you what, I always call Mark Stoops the human baked potato. Mike Elko is human baked potato 2.0. You seen this motherfucker? He does. He looks like a fat monk with a damn white dress on when he wears that damn hoodie. Screw that guy. I know what you can dress. You fat too, Caroline Jack. Boy, whatever. I don't care. I ain't as big as he is, by God. He's a few little Debbie cakes in front of me. Yeah. He been getting them jelly pies. 21-6, Purdue behind Wisconsin at halftime. It's UMass, Northern Illinois, who cares? Boston College, the Beaners up on Virginia, who gives a shit? Pitt, North Carolina tied at 17 at half. I predict UNC is going to win this game. And Wake Forest and NC State are about to be tied 17-17 at half. This is the CW game. And look, I got a bunch of Clemson fans. Y'all are so stupid. Today, I said in my video, my title tagline of that video about the Clemson-Florida State games was that it was a CW level game, right? I had like a million y'all in my comments. It's on ESPN. It's on ESPN, jackpot. This guy don't know what he's talking about. It's on ESPN. I know that. I'm using that as a metaphor to talk about how poverty of a game it is. I'm like, I know it's on ESPN, you dipshits. And I had to tell several of y'all that. So let me go back and make an addendum real quick. By God, I know that the game between Clemson and Florida State is going to be on ESPN tonight. It's not going to be on the CW. I don't really give a shit. Either way, Clemson's going to beat the hell out of them, and it doesn't really matter. Tulane up 26-0 or 20-6 on UAB. Nobody cares. Air Force and Army both up 21-7 at the half. That's weird, ain't it? No surprise there. Air Force. What the hell happened to Air Force? Why are they behind Navy 21-7? You know, this team used to always be great at running the ball. I mean, they could do just so many things in terms of that triple option. But boy, have they taken a step back. Air Force down bad, ain't they? Down bad. Yeah. Anyway, that's about all we got right now in terms of the noon games. This Mizzou, Texas A&M, man. Mizzou's on their ass. They need to get up off of it real quick, fast, in a hurry. Like, namely, in the first drive, they have the ball in the second half, or they're not winning this football game. I took them to cover that spread, as a lot of people did. God mighty. Stop eating fat shit, and you wouldn't be belching so much. We're all going to get screwed because Mizzou is looking like hot ass. Now, I'm starting to think for another win in SEC play, Mizzou may be the one who's more susceptible to the Gamecocks than Texas A&M is right now. I'm thinking Texas A&M might be the more superior foe in that. So, Gamecocks note real quick. Gamecocks line has moved to Ole Miss plus 10. That makes me wonder who the hell is out for South Carolina because, Lenore Sellers and that would definitely move the line a little bit here. My friend Rob Sanders does a podcast with me. You know, he does with WVOC out of Columbia. He does a little bit of a radio type thing with them. And, you know, he can kind of get some inside stuff. But according to him, Rocket Sanders, and Lenore Sellers all are good to go in this game. And that Jared Brown, he said Brown, then he says Sanders and Sellers all should play. So they all should be able to play. So I don't know why money's coming in on Ole Miss here at the last minute, but I don't like it. I don't really care, though. We're going to beat their ass. Lane Kiffin's going to get put in his place here in about a couple of hours. Go Gamecocks. We're going to live stream this thing, 3:15 p.m. Be here or be queer. We are going to be live streaming the game, and we're going to have a heck of a great time doing, some Carolina jackpot and Carolina Gamecock things. I'll see you all later. Appreciate you. Peace, and I'm out of here. Go Cox. Woo!